Hey, what is up, guys? Today we are going to be playing with Flare of Cultivation, taking advantage of the recent unbannings of Green Sun Zenith, and we're going to try and combo off using Scapeshift and Primeval Titan. The deck basically plays a bunch of Arboreal Grazers, which allows you to put a land into play, and Elvish Pioneer, which does the same thing but only with basics. You play one of them on turn 1, you have 2 lands in play. You then sack it to a Flare of Cultivation, you now have 3 lands in play on turn 1. You untap, I don't know, you cast 2 Farseeks or whatever. I'm pretty sure you can just win on turn 3 with a Scapeshift. If you're not familiar with how you win with Scapeshift, you sack all your lands, you then go get a bunch of Valakuts, which says whenever a mountain you control enters the battlefield, ping something for 3 damage. So if you get 2 Valakuts and 6 mountains, that is 12 triggers of 3 damage. So yeah, you basically just one-shot people with Scapeshift. And just to make things a little bit more fun with our Green Suns package, we have got Primetime. Very obvious, always been in this deck, I think, the Scapeshift red-green lists. One of Acidic Slime, blowing up people's lands. It also blows up enchantments and artifacts. There's loads of things going around that we can blow up, so we're going to be playing one of them. 1 Dryad. This helps you combo up a Valakut a little bit quicker, because you need 1 less mountain in play to trigger it. And what else we got? 1 Steve. Steve allows you to turn your Green Suns into a forest, because you can go get Steve. Steve then sacks, goes to get your forest, play around Blood Moon. I think that's about it. Yeah, so a lot of 1-drops to play with our Flare, especially if you include the Green Suns as well. Very excited to play the deck. I've just been itching to play with the Flare of Cultivation and with the package of the 1-drops, and then Green Suns just felt like a great excuse to play the deck. So we'll just head over to the sideboard real quick if you guys are interested. We've got Besage You for obviously Blood Moon, things like that. Dampening Sphere is good for Storm. And there's a lot of affinity combo decks going around, so I think it can come in there. 4 Relic is just fantastic. The deck really does need to keep drawing cards, so the fact that you can use Relic, you know, slow down your opponent's graveyard and then still draw your card back is great. Collector Oof is a sweet tutor target. All them pesky Mox Opal players taking advantage of probably the best card in Modern. You can slow them down a little bit. Veil of Summer is fantastic. You have a lot of buttons that just say I win the game, mainly Scapeshift, and being able to protect that is just very important. Meltdown is just really fun at the moment. Watching someone lose like their entire hand because they've, you know, played everything on turn 1 and you blow it all up is really sweet. And Anger is because, you know, people are still playing these boring Boros aggro, Mardu aggro lists. I'll see you in round 1. Yeah, enjoy the content. Oh, we won the dice roll. Let's go. Yeah, we'll absolutely keep this. How could you turn down this hand? Turn 1 Grazer, turn 2 Explore. Lands for days. Let's just go Stomping Ground, Shock, Arboreal Grazer, and I guess we just stick in the Cinder and pass the turn. We're zooming off ahead with mana with our lands. It just leads off with a Darksteel Citadel, so I would assume some sort of affinity shenanigans. I wish it would be... Oh, that's pretty sweet. So I guess we go Mountain. This is going to be absolutely insane. So cast this, sack the Arboreal Grazer, go get 2 mountains. 1 goes into hand. Yeah, they're the same. Like, I don't just put them in play. I don't know why it does that. And then we get to explore as well. And we get to play a land and play Steve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's turn 2 and we have 6 lands in play. This is absolutely wild. 6 lands on turn 2 is something else. Our opponent is, look at that, trying to ramp with their extra mana. That's how cute they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we're just looking for Scapeshift and we're done. Let's go Foothills. Let's go fetch a... Oh, we should have done this after fetching, after Farseeking. Oh no, it wouldn't have made a difference. Sorry, fetch. So shuffle. Let's go ahead and District. Is that a Scapeshift? That is a Scapeshift. All right, I guess we keep that on top. And we hope we don't die. And that's about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can go get 2 Scapeshifts, I think. Opponent plays an Urza Saga. They're going to try and combo off here. They play a Walking Ballista. X is 0? Is that 0? It is. Okay, so they get an Eldrazi Spawn token. It's a 0 mana colorless ritual. Oh, 4 mana. What are you doing for 4 mana? Oh, they're going for the Citadel. They're going to try and combo off. This is the most recent video I did, actually. Is Glaring Flesh Raker. And then there's we've got a Mystic Forge, which allows you to play colorless cards off the top of your deck. I mean, they have to kill us right here, right now. If they fumble at all, we just kill them. Oh, is that lethal? I think this is lethal for them, actually, unfortunately. We also had the turn 4 kill, but our opponent had the turn 3. I think this is right. No, they're a turn behind, right? Whenever a creature dies, put 1/1 counter on this creature. If equipped creature is a vampire, put 2 counters on it instead. Okay, I'm clearly... Oh, it's on the wrong combo piece. Okay, we're fine. It's the Broodscale that combos with, not with the Fleshraker. We're fine, we're fine. Oh, I guess I should have just blocked and then sacked. Oh no, I can't sack it, can I? Because we know what's on top. But yeah, we get an extra turn. We are all good. So let's just go Mountain, sack Steve. Yeah, you get some counters. We'll go for a mount. I don't think we're too worried about how many mountains we have. We've got loads in the deck, right? 1, 2, Farseek. Oh, we should probably pay green for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we've got plenty. Mountain is fine. And now we just easy mode scape shift. Takes a while to select them all. I don't think we've missed any. It's a lot of green. We'll say okay. All right, so we go get Valakut. Wait, how many lands do we get? 8. So we can get... These need 5 others. So 6 and 2. 1, 2... God, this takes ages. Oh, there we go. No, no, no. And hopefully we're going to have a bunch of triggers here. We do. Nice. And I guess that's how you scape shift in 2024. We had the lethal on... Is that turn 3? That was turn 3, right? Oh, it was turn 4. We were one turn behind. I think we could have done it if we had the scape shift, but yeah, awesome to see. Let's go to sideboarding and see what we've got. Damping Sphere just completely shuts off their combo, right? Each player spells cast 1 more every time you cast 1. That seems good. Collector Oof, I think, is also very good. Meltdown seems good. And probably Besage as well. Wow, we've got a lot of things to board in. We don't need the basic forest, so we can cut that. Acidic Slime is fine. It blows up stuff. It blows up pretty much everything in their deck. What is weak? It's all gas. Okay, we can remove prime time, or at least one of the prime times. I guess we keep one. And do we want anger? We could do. Yeah, maybe we want those as well. And then we just trim on the top end. They're not going to interact with us, so the Dryad is actually quite handy because it allows you to combo off quicker. We've got a lot of cuts to make. Jesus. Don't mind trimming a scape shift. Actually, Meltdown doesn't really hit as many cards in their deck as I thought because it's colorless. A lot of it is colorless, not artifacts. They do play the Mox. Yeah, it's probably still worth it. We're going to have to make some cuts, so let's just go do something like... We'll do that. We don't need the explosive hands, I don't think. I think we just need to interrupt them a little bit, and then they kind of just fall over. Because the top decks in their deck are very, very poor a lot of the time. Yeah, sound looks great. We've got a win con, we've got some lands, we've got some interaction. What more could we possibly ask for? I do need to look at all the meltdowns and figure out which ones to get for my modern collection. Haven't seen what the best artwork is. I don't even know how many artworks there are. Oh, opponent plays the Mox Opal. I think in theory their deck can win on turn 2, so we could meltdown for 0, but I mean, we're not going to. But I'm pretty sure they can win on 0. Sorry, on turn 2. I guess we just go play this, Shock, and Grazer. We'll put the District into play because we might actually need to use the Besage. I would rather not with this. Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll go ahead and keep that on top. So the plan is next turn just Meltdown and hope that slows them down enough. During the second scape shift is not ideal, but we can use one of the Besages as a land and the other one as a Crossing Grip. Naturalize Grove of the Burn Willows. Okay, Fleshraker online for our opponent. Somewhat scary. They've kind of got like 2 halves of combos in here, haven't they? I think we're just going to have to play 1 Besage. And we can be greedy and explore first and just assume we're going to find an untapped land, but I don't think we need to do that. Get rid of 2 of their cards and just pass the turn back to our opponent. Yeah, Meltdown is a hell of a card they've printed into Modern. Especially with like all these colorless decks floating around, it's the fact that they're still working is just shows you how powerful Mox Opal is. People have what's this, like Pernicious Deed? Is Pernicious Deed X or less? Just like absolutely insanely powerful board wipes, and these decks still exist. They're just so resilient. I think it's the As of Sagas. Gives you like another game plan. So opponent's paying 3 mana. I'm not really sure what they even play for 3 mana here. Is it just another Fleshraker? Oh, okay, command, sure. So they're choosing to make a 0/1. Fleshraker triggers, so they basically pay 3 mana to get 2 of it back, but they draw a card. But now the Scions, they stick around for next turn, so they've kind of turned them into like pseudo treasures. Oh, nope, they're just cashing them in straight away. 2 mana, what for? A Ballista. Sure. What are they doing all this for? Alright, let's just F6. There's nothing they're doing that we really care about at this point. Another Explore. Sure, let's just cast an Explore and see what we find. Okay, that's awesome. So let's use that. Go fetch. We can just go get a mountain at this point, right? Then green to Explore again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting close to killing our opponent. What is the minimum that we can scape shift for? Is it 6 or 7? 5 other mountains, right? Oh, maybe we shouldn't have cast... That was a mistake. I should have not cast the second Explore. We got too greedy because now they could combo off. Like, otherwise we could have just besaged this and not cared what they did. They exiled the Darksteel, Citadel. Oh no, they could combo off right here. Mistakes have been made. Oh, they're just attacking. That's wonderful. So they must have hit something else. This is like, you can look at the... Yeah, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, our game is frozen. I don't think my internet has gone down. I think this is Modo. Go on, Modo. Oh, there we go. I know, definitely don't want to do that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we did this now, we could get Valakut and 5 mountains, which doesn't trigger it. So we wait until next turn. For now, I think we just need to Besage this. I don't think we really have a choice, because otherwise they're just going to completely pop off. And sure, they could have like the Broodscale combo, but like, I don't think that we just let you like, if your opponent's got 2 possible combos in the deck and one of them is in play, you probably answer the one in play first before worrying about the other one. All right, we live to fight another day, I think, here. Unless they can make quite a few dudes. Oh, if this is a Kozilek's command, we might just be dead, right? I think we are. Oh no, it's another Ballista. Okay, we are just about still alive, I think, here. 1... Oh, they're going to kill the Grazer, sure. Okay, so we have to win next turn or answer everything on the board. Does that do it? Play the Foothills. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'd be Valakut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mountains. Oh, I need to read Valakut. Let's have a quick look over and read exactly how it works, because I can never remember. Ooh, whenever a mountain you control enters, if you control at least 5 other mountains. So you have to get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can get a Valakut and a bunch of mountains. It won't kill our opponent, but it resets the board. Wait, we've got 2 scape shifts though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 18, right? So then we just second scape shift. Oh, let's not do that. 5, 6. Oh, we don't have enough mana. This will put them into play tapped. Okay, well, we have to do the first one regardless. So let's do that. Am I tapping all my mana wrong here? Jesus Christ. All right, green, whatever. So we are one land short of being able to just one-shot our opponent here, but we're going to just sack all of these. Yeah, they all look green to me. And then I guess you just go get a bunch of Surveil lands. No, we definitely could have won there. I forgot we have... Oh, no. The mountains come in tapped regardless. Sweet. So we have to just kill their entire board here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. First one can go here. Next one here. Just kill everything in play. I think we even just kill the spawn in case they have like a way to equip it. Sweet. And now we can just do a bunch of surveilling. Sure. It doesn't really matter what's on top. We're just going to escape shift, right? Still on top. And I'm just going to F6 here. Yeah. So we're going to go all the way down to 1, which is absolutely crazy that we managed to survive on 1 life. Oh, you have to say yes? Okay, is there a way to... There's got to be an always yes button. Always yield, no. Always yes to triggered abilities from Valakut. Yeah. All right, the board is reset. Our opponent is on 18. All right, Mystic Forge. They're going again. They get rid of the top card and they pass. Okay, that is just lethal again then for... Or lethal again? That is actual lethal this time. So these all need to be green. So we can fast seek first. Go ahead and get a... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we go get Cinderglade to our opponent... I think we had 6 left, right? So now we can just go this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. We probably should have left 1 just in case I've miscounted, but it's done now. Hopefully we have not messed this combo up. The green lines are so small and my eyesight sucks, hence the glasses. But I don't even think they do the... Oh, okay. Somehow Mystic Forge saw nothing but lands in both games. Yeah, it sucks for our opponent. Have they conceded? They have. Okay, sweet. Oh, on the play. Let's go. What do we got? Second scape shift is not ideal. Oh, sorry. Isn't a spell. Isn't affected by some... It is affected by summoning sickness, but is it green? It's got the green outline. I'm pretty sure it's green. Let's go ahead and keep. Really want to use one of the actual 1-drops for the flare. So I guess we can just use this to cast it later. I think that's what we're going to do. Let's just lead off with a Foothills and get some Surveil action in. Everyone is really high on being able to Green Suns to get a Dryad Arbor, which I know in Legacy is obviously like a staple, but I think a lot of decks, it's just a liability. Especially the more Rain 6 and Lava Dart things get played. Commercial Districts. What do we got on top? Explore. Who am I to turn down and Explore? Sure. Deal. We'll take it. So let's play Besage, Explore, play our land, and play our land for turn. No, we have played our land for turn. All right, then. Got a bit carried away there. Trying to do one of those... what was that guy called? There was some player who got caught cheating on video where they cast like... Was it 3? They cast 3 Explores on turn 2 or something. And the opponent was like cheating with the amount of lands they put into play. And then some spectator called them out on it. And then his opponent just agreed with the guy that was cheating, unfortunately. I don't know the cheater's name. I'm pretty sure he was like a confirmed cheater. I don't know. No intention of causing controversy. That's not what I'm here for. So I guess we just play the Valakut. I don't know. Worst comes to worst, you always start with an Explore, right? Sweet. So play the Valakut, Play the Dryad Arbor, I think. And then I think I just want to sacrifice it and go get mountains. And just try and get this Valakut just working normally as well. 1, 2, 3 in play so far. A way to go so far. But yeah, maybe, I mean, like, the Dryad Arbor is obviously good because it can block the Rag. But they're just going to have removal, right? Our deck has like virtually nothing to remove. So they're going to have stuff stuck in their hand. It can be Phlages, Galvantic Discharges, Static Prisons. It's just going to get removed, whereas I'd rather just turn it into a land that's not targeted. What are they up to here? Blood Moon. Oh, we have another Boseiju, but we also need to find the one-off Forest in our deck. That might make things a little bit tricky. Okay, so we need to find Forest plus Boseiju. How long have we got to do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the turn after we do just die, right? Yeah, I think we are just dead here. Like, there's literally... We have one draw step, because end of turn they're going to make 2 cats, which will then trigger these, and then they're going to make 6 cats in total. So they'll make a cat, trigger, make a second cat, trigger this one, make a cat, then make 3 more. Yeah, so I think we are just dead on board. They cast our own Arboreal Grazer against us. How dare they? Yeah, we'll see what we draw, but I'm pretty sure this is just dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. All right. We blocked the biggest dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Fair enough. There's... Oh, we can't even cast it. What am I talking about? Damn Blood Moon. All right. Let's stick in the extra Boseiju. And we want the Anger of the Gods for sure. Acidic Slime. Which I think we do want the Acidic Slime. Not because we want to be using it, but it's a Green Sun's target that blows up a Blood Moon, which is quite nice to have. We also have Steve, which can go fetch the Forest. So we can cut Prime Time. And I think I just want to cut the Dryad Arbor. It's just a liability. I don't really want it. Same, I think, with the Dryad. I guess they're going to board out a lot of their removal anyway. So does that change it? I'm not sure. Let's cut a Green Suns. We don't need too much of a top end. You only need 1 win con in this matchup, really. Well, that's not doing anything very quickly. So let's mulligan that. And this hand is very quick. Very, very fast. So we can go turn 1 Grazer and Flare in the same turn. Love the sound of that. We absolutely will keep this. We need to ditch a card. What are we getting rid of? Is it just fast? I think so. We are also Blood Moon proof because we have Boseiju plus the Flare to go get a Forest. So Stomping Ground, Shock, play the Grazer, put the Cinderglade into play, then sack this, go get a Forest and a Mountain. It doesn't matter which one we put into play, I don't think, and we'll pass the turn. And yeah, there you go. 3 lands on turn 1, and they just play a Mount. Oh, they play a Fetch. Sweet. So we can just go ahead and I don't even think we need to do anything. We'll just keep the Green Suns until we get more mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's a shame we're 1 mana short of next turn Acidic Sliming with the with the Green Suns, just blow up their land. That'd be pretty fun. Yeah, I think we'll just go end of turn, get a Surveil land, and just chill until we can play a Prime Time. They stick a land in the bin, so they've got a land heavy hand, I would assume. You're gonna go ahead and fetch here. What is the turn 2 play that they keep here? That just a Goblin Bombardment. They must have an Ajani. This is a very, very slow start for our opponent, giving us all the time in the world. Find the Valakut, which is pretty nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We Green Suns for Dryad. Then we play the Forest and the Boseiju both start dealing damage. So I think we're going to save that for next turn. If our opponent plays anything, we're just going to Green Suns, get the Dryad. I think that's what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'd have to wait 2 turns to get Prime Time. That might be better though. There's Guide of Souls. Sure. And I would assume this is going to be a Ajani. It is. Let's just go ahead and get rid of the Bombardment now. Really don't want to deal with a flipped Ajani. That's not fun. That's not fun for anyone. Well, it's fun if you're the one with it, but what do we got? Farseek. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we get Dryad and then do this and this, we can just ping their board down. Or we can just do both of these in next turn Prime Time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're just going to go for a Prime Time next turn. That seems way sweeter. Yeah, let's go do that. Wait, no, this is not a mountain though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll still have 5. It's all good. Play the Forest, do a little bit of Farseek, and go get a Commercial District. Yeah, that's probably actually one of the better draws here, because then it keeps our Valakut enabled. If they do Blood Moon us, we can just untap, blow it up, and then do the Green Suns the next turn. Seasoned Pyromancer, sure. Yeah, basically the ring has just been swapped out for Spyro. ETB, discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards. For each non-land card discarded this way, create a 1/1. And the best card to discard is obviously Flage. Opponent has got quite the clock going at this point though. It's just like the best Hortling outburst you'll ever see. It's such a unassuming card until you play it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got the mountains ready. I think because the other option is go for Dryad, but that seems way worse. Yeah. Oh, but this isn't going to trigger it. That sucks. Well, we can only do what we've got. So X is 6. Go get wherever he is. Primeval Titan. Prime time trigger resolves. Definitely want to use that. We'll go get a Valakut and a District. The first one we want to use on, I guess, the Ocelot Pride, and then the other one needs to go on Ajani. We get to Surveil, and that's actually what we would have preferred, but that's okay. Let's always yes to this. Okay, apparently we haven't always yes to this one. So we're going to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're still dead. They've got energy, right? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're still dead. Damn, these pesky Boros players still getting us. We really needed that Anger of the Gods. Yeah, I'm not sure there's really much we could have done, but that's okay. On to the next one. Oh, on the play, let's go. What do we got? Yeah, I guess we'll keep. We draw a 1-drop creature, then we can really pop off. We've got the Commercial District to get a bit of surveilling going. I think this hand is fine. If these weren't all mountains, I would probably send it back. If this was like, I don't know, the forest and a Boseiju, then we'd be too far away from activating Valakut. Commercial District, and see what we've got on top. I don't think we need a Stomping Ground. I think we've got enough lands for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7 lands, essentially. In fact, I think we could not draw a land for the rest of the game and still win. Opponent just Scalding Tarns and passes. They've got to stop during our upkeep, so they are probably a control deck. I don't even know why. Maybe it's Rhinos. I don't know if you guys have seen that Rhinos is for some reason back. I guess we can get some more Surveil action going. Yeah, we've played that land for turn. Just going to go end of turn fetch. So what are we against? What plays is Scalding Tarn in Modern? Blue-Red Twin, Blue-Red Murktide, Blue-Red Phoenix. I think that's the... I guess Rhinos does play a Thundering Falls. Do people still play Twin? I know that there's a Twin deck playing Sign of Draco, because the Sign of Draco gives your blue creatures hexproof. So if you have a Sign of Draco in play, then it's very hard to interact with the with the Twin combo, which is funny to think about. Oh, are we just against good old Jeskai control? I don't know how this matchup goes, but our win condition being our lands is very hard for our opponent to interact with. Yeah, we do not want Boseiju. And without Ring, I really don't fear this deck anymore. Let's just go Cultivate, I think. Actually, no, because if we Fast Seek, we can go get a Surveil land. And I kind of just want the Surveil action first. We don't need Steve. Sorry, Steve. And yeah, we'll just pass the turn. We've got so many lands in play. We just need to find a Valakut. And I think we're going to be doing all right. Opponent is Faithless Looting. In Jeskai control, I assume that's to get Flages in the bin. Sure. Boron Oculus. Okay, so they're not Jeskai control as I would expect. They're maybe like a Helping Hands version. Helping Hands is like... No, Helping Hands is 2-drop, isn't it? Jolted Awake. Alright, what is this? Choose up to 1 target artifact or creature in your graveyard. You get 2 energy. Then you may pay any amount of energy to reanimate it. Sure. So yeah, I think Valakut is our best draw here. A Grazer. Sure. We'll play the Grazer out. Opponent is probably just going to Flage next turn if they've got an untapped land. It would need to be an untapped white source, which is quite specific. We're just going to regularly cast the Flare because there's no reason to sack our dude. It blocks a 2-2 every turn, and then eventually we'll block a 5-5 when we no longer need it. Modo is being very laggy. Waiting for server. Yeah, I said this in my last video about Modo being really laggy, and someone commented saying that they've had a lot of lag on Modo as well. So glad to know it's not just me. Layer of Cultivation. Does our opponent have like Force of Negation? Because they're waiting an awfully long time to allow this to happen with only a mountain untapped. Oh, okay, sure. You can kill our dude. We've played a land for turn, so we'll just pass turn. Yeah, like look how many lands we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands in play on turn 4. That feels pretty good. So I'm assuming that our opponent is going to bring back a Flage here, which means we take 7 here down to 10, and then we die the next turn. But they might not have an untapped white source. Oh, no, they're not. Okay, they're not Flaging this turn, or at least reanimating it. Jolted Awake. What a sweet card. Okay, they're just using it as a Lightning Helix. That seems reasonable. Because you hit us for 3, then hits for 3 next turn. So we go down to 11, 5, 6, 7, and then an extra 2 next time. So yeah, we're definitely dead next turn. They're casting Deep Analysis. Sure. So Scape Shift or Bust, I think. maybe a prime time will get the job done. I guess it depends on what interaction they have. If they have the force, if they have the subtlety. Come on, what do we got? That would definitely not do it. And we are literally dead on board. So we'll just go to the next one. Very unfortunate. What do we got in our sideboard? We definitely want the Veils. Those seem great. And are you supposed to just bring in... Yeah, we're definitely supposed to bring in Relic. Acidic Slime is not a good one here. Nor is the Dryad, I don't think. And I don't mind cutting some of the early game, I guess. I normally cut a prime time if I'm like going into game 2 and 3. But because they're more likely to be playing Force of Negation, I quite like prime time because it just gets 3 force. We don't need to worry about Blood Moon, so I guess we can cut Steve. 3 cards to cut. I just do not like these in the deck. Let's get rid of those. Yep, I think it was probably a mistake to play the Bosages and the Dryad Arbor. I know the Dryad Arbor seems like a no-brainer with Green Suns, but I don't think I ever really want to do that. We need our land drops to actually win the game, right? So our opponent bolting our Dryad Arbor it actually is very frustrating. It's a lot more annoying than just losing a land. It's slowing the whole deck down. So now the only thing in our deck that's not a mountain is 3 Valakuts and a forest. Other than that, everything is going to count towards our Valakut triggers. I think that's what I was doing wrong when I was first trying out this deck. So I ran a couple of games before this league. And because I put this list together, I just wanted to play the Flare. And I was just like, how can I facilitate a deck that plays Flare? And they're going to do Green Suns, of course. And I originally just thought that you used Scapeshift to win the game. So I had a bunch of forests in the deck. And the more and more I played the deck, I was just like, I just don't want forests. I just want mountains. And then, so you can just incrementally activate the Valakut instead of just using Scapeshift to do it. The relics are fine because at worst, you just use them to draw a card. But if you do manage to keep one around, then it's also pretty good. So obviously they've got Flage and they've got whatever that white Reanimate card was. Very interesting deck, which was a sorcery as well. Maybe our opponent is currently Googling. I always imagine that if someone's like taking this long to sideboard, they're just Googling what the deck is. Or like what the current lists are. Like what is the current Scapeshift, that's red-green Scapeshift deck? And they will find nothing from what I've seen. I did some Googling when I was building this deck, and I was like, surely someone's made a Flare of Cultivation list. And I couldn't really find anything online. We definitely want to go fast. Sure, it's very slow, but I think that's okay. We'll lead off just surveilling. We don't need to be crazy quick, because all we need to do is get a bunch of lands in play and cast a Veil of Summer and a Scapeshift. That's all we're trying to do. You don't need to do it super quick, against control at least. So end of turn we'll get a District, and there is the Scapeshift. Sweet. So we'll keep that on top. And now I think it's just a case of how quickly can we get lands into play. So we're going to untap here, and I think it is just worth getting a Dryad. Draw the Scapeshift, and now that we've got the Wing-Con plus backup, I think I just want to go... Oh, I think that was wrong, actually. We probably should have not played the Forest, because now if we draw the other 1-drop, then it doesn't have a trigger. So yeah, we should have played any other land but the Forest. There's no way they counter a Green Suns for 1. Surely not. That would be wild to me if they counter this. They counter it with a Force of Negation. Sure, you got it. I always thought maybe a Spell Snare, but Jesus Christ. Force, pitch, Force. I guess this plays around Prime Time. Maybe they're scared like the Prime Time version. If they've got all these non-creature spells, interaction spells. Yeah, that was so aggressive. It was so not on my radar. I mean, like, we could have kept up Veil if we wanted to and done it next turn instead, but I think we want the Veil for the Scapeshift anyway. Opponent casts Looting. Sure. Oh, the triple Flage. Opponent's popping off. Another Green Suns. All right, so let's go play this and Green Suns again. Even if our opponent does counter this, I'm just going to let it resolve. I don't think I want a Veil for this kind of stuff. I don't think I care. We'll just keep playing lands every turn if we need to. I guess we have got around to Flage in a few turns. See what they use. Actually, a good heads-up play would have been to pay X is 2, so the CMC was 3 to play around Spell Snare. Fortunately, that didn't come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're fine just playing the game slowly. If our opponent wants to try and drag this out, I think that's okay, just because we've got the Scapeshift in hand. If we had the second Veil, I wouldn't mind throwing one under the bus, but it's so unlikely that they're able to counter our Scapeshift and then win for a Veil of Summer as well. I think we just want to go slow and steady. Wrath of the Skies. Sure. So they're going to Jolt It Awake or just to make energy and then try again next turn, I would assume. So we're looking for Explores, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll keep that. When your opponent's not doing anything, the deck is just like, it feels like an EDH deck. You just like lands, more lands, more lands, and finally we get to untap. Eventually we will. Okay, sweet. Let's just cast this. I guess we could have played a land first in case they think we don't have one. Sweet. So one goes into play, one goes into hand. Doesn't matter which one. They're literally the same thing. I wish you wouldn't ask you that. I guess we could have played Stomping Ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're getting there. I think we want to just go to 8 so we can get double Valakut and Mountains. Do we even have enough time if this Flage comes out? Possibly not. We might have to just go on 7 instead. Wait, no, 7 will still do it, right? So why on earth did they last turn use that 1 mana white card to get 2 energy? Was that a misplay or did they have another one? I'm not sure what was going on there. I think it was a misplay. Farseek is a great draw. So we can go 1, 2, play Farm. Go get a commercial district. Get a little bit of surveil action going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then next time we play an 8th. Oh, I guess we didn't really need that one. Let's just go 1. Yeah, so if we go next time we'll have an extra land. So then we can go Valakut, Valakut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to draw a land. So we just have more insurance, I guess. 6, 7, 8, 9 with the trigger, which will put us to 6. So unless they have like bolts and stuff, I think we're fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. Maybe we could have done it that turn. I don't think we could have won that turn with Veil up. And if we don't have Veil protection, I don't think we want to do it. Oh, they could double reanimate Flages here. If they've got that, that would be absolutely insane. Okay, looks like we're fine. Yeah, if they had like that white mana card that says Return a Dude, plus a Tune, plus another Return a Dude, then they could have just like double Lightning Helix us. That would have been sweet. Okay, so play land for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got a bunch of mana. We'll cast Scape Shift. So you have to counter this. Do they have it? Is there a world where we should have fetched? No, it wouldn't have made a difference. Sweet. So it looks like we've just won. I'm pretty sure this is the W8. So we go 2 Valakuts and 8 Mountains. 1, 2. Not a fun deck to play when it's laggy because you cannot afford to mess up on your Scape Shifts and save targets. So if we do that, okay, we still have to place every single trigger. Oh, is our opponent conceded? Yep, they have. Sweet. All right. And anything else we want to change? I guess we could bring in Acidic Slime if we want to slow down their Flage win, because we can use it to blow up Arena of Glories. But I think that's pretty niche. I think we're happy just to run that back. Yeah, we could have won the turn before, it turns out, because it didn't look like they had counter magic, but we weren't to know that. I'd rather play with the Veil if we can. Opening hand has the Relic, which is going to slow them down a lot. In fact, I think it just shuts off all of their win conditions, because the Oculus, you need cards in the graveyard, and Flage, you need to have in the graveyard and have other cards in the graveyard. So I think this buys us a hell of a lot of time. Graveyard Hate is just like an all-time best, other than obviously when Hogak was around, but that doesn't really count. That to me was just like, that wasn't even modern. That was just a temporary time where we all played something weird. Opponent plays a fetch. Sure. I don't think I could play control all the time. I think I'd just get too bored. Let's just go ahead and shock and play the Relic. So even if they've got counter spell here, or like a spell pierce, is that instant and sorcery or non-creature? I can't remember if spell pierce is, I think it's instant or sorcery. So I guess we were fine regardless. They could have consign. Oh, consign is actually a really good one because you can consign all the Valakut triggers, right? I guess you'd have to kick it like 1,000 times. Opponent casts Faithless Looting. Well, you're discarding Wrath of the Skies and Deep Analysis. Deep Analysis is pretty sweet. Wrath of the Skies, I think they're just grasping at straws. We'll just keep using the Relic every turn. I think I do want to just keep the mana up to be able to draw the card from it, because they can do things like Wrath of the Skies to get rid of it. And I'd like to get the card back if possible. So we are going to just keep up 1 mana at all times, I think. Then even if they Wrath of the Skies, they can't fill their graveyard back up without us getting an extra turn or getting a turn back. So I think we're just going to go Mountain, Explore, and play the Foothills. Oh, well, that's pretty sweet, but it's not going to change what we do. So we are just looking for Scape Shift and a Veil of Summer at this point. I think we just have everything we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7? Yeah. Ooh, sweet island from our opponent. Deep analysis. Sure. I think they're just cashing that in now whilst they can, which is fine with me. I'm happy for them to waste their time drawing cards. How many cards they have in hand doesn't really matter. I think it's literally just how many counter spells. But until they have a clock, then we'll just keep drawing until we have more scape shifts and things. Farseek. So we can play a land, cast a Farseek. We'll go get Commercial District. Why not? Veil of Summer is a wonderful draw. We would love to keep that on top. And I think we just pass. We don't need to do anything else. We could play the Grazer and then sack it if we wanted to, but I don't see any reason why we'd want that. Opponent's fetching here. What are they up to? This deck feels so underwhelming now that Ring is gone. Like, I used to see, oh, 4 mana, this is awful. And now it's just like, yeah, it doesn't really matter. I guess we'll crack this. So now they'd have to do something like Faithless Looting and then a Reanimate card, which would be incredibly specific. So obviously they do X is 0 now, right? Because you pay it when it resolves, not when you cast it. And we've drawn the Veil now, so we might as well just get the Surveil trigger for the Commercial District. Try and find that Scape Shift. No, we do not need another Arboreal Grazer. What do we got? A District. Sure, let's go ahead and play that. Oh, we should have Farseeked first. Actually, no, it doesn't really make a difference because we're going to get a District of that anyway. Oh, a Prime Time. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep that. Let's play a Relic here. We'll just ship the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So next turn we can play Prime Time but not keep up a counter spell. So I think we're just going to slow roll it. Opponent just has no way to kill us. So I think we're just fine. Yeah, the Plains doesn't do it for me, but the island I think is great. Just all the blue. I don't get why there's a train. I don't know what the lore is of any of these games. Like all these sets. Something, something, something technology. Something, something city. No idea. Opponent is just literally going for the Lightning Helix. We'll just get rid of one of the cards in their bin, which will be the Wrath of the Skies. And here we can go 1, 2, 3. Cast the Flare first. Oh, it's double green, so we will not we will not do it like that. Green, green, anything. Cast this. Get double mountain. Put 1 into play, 1 into hand. We might as well play it. Then we can go 2 mana, cast Farseek, and then use this to go get our final Surveil land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mountains left in our deck. Good to keep that in mind. No, I don't think we need that. So we've now got Relic and Veil of Summer up. Next turn we can go 3, 6. Cast Prime Time with Veil of Summer mana up and still have spare mana for the Relic as well. Oh, maybe we should have kept a mountain in, because then we can go Prime Time and then play the mountain. What are they up to? Nothing. Okay. Should have tapped that actually there, but doesn't really make too much of a difference. We're going to be using the activated as soon as they do anything graveyard related anyway. Faithless Looting. We'll just do this now because this is going to add 3 cards to their graveyard, right? So then I guess like a fetch or something would get them close to the Flage. Or they discard Oculus and a Discharge. Sure. Jolted Awake. Yeah, I guess we do have to do this now then. Finally get a card back from our Relic. Okay, so unless their hand is double counter spell here, I think it's looking pretty good for us. Just to have lethal, right? Especially if we draw a land. A land would be like the best draw here. Or I guess Scape Shift would be the best draw. Okay. Is there any specific order to do things? So if we go Veil first, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana left. 8 mana isn't enough to do Scape Shift and Prime Time. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, let's just cast Scape Shift and see what happens. We've got so much mana spare here. So we can Veil plus pay Spell Pierce. And they concede. So we actually won. Sweet. So there you have it, guys. Red-green Scape Shift in Modern. It's been an absolute blast. Flare of Cultivation was absolutely sweet. And even just casting as a Cultivate was often fine. I think the deck would have performed even better if we had not played these 3 lands and we had just played mountains or fetches instead. I don't know what games I'll include, but the deck ended up going 2-3, but I definitely could have played better. This is literally my first league with the deck. And also, obviously, these lands were a serious hindrance. There were several games where if these were mountains, we would have won quite convincingly. Other than that, I think that's about everything. I really liked the whole deck other than those 3. And Green Suns was really, really good as well. Often being an Elvish Pioneer or an Arboreal Grazer, but sometimes being a Prime Time is sick. The acidic slime didn't come up, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy the content, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you are already a subscriber and you want to support the content even further, then please feel free to head over to my dictionary. It's basically where you can like support me. Like, it's similar to the Patreon, for example. It's the same kind of thing. Yeah, and if you did enjoy the content and you have any other decks you want me to play, just let me know in the comments. I read every comment. I may not reply to them, especially if you leave mean ones. Try not to go down that rabbit hole. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.